Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've done a Turo update, mostly because it's not super entertaining to just update you every single month about,
hey, this is how much money we made.
I'd rather do one of these when something big or major happens that I think you guys would get some value from. So that's what today's video is all about.
2 words, entrepreneurship.
For those of you who don't know, I've been a Turo host for 2 years now, and I have 2 Teslas that I listed on Turo.
So what if I don't know how to spell entrepreneur? You know what I do know how to spell? Tesla. T-L-A-W.
On both cars, I've had the windshield replaced at least once. The first time was with my Model Y, which the process was absolutely splendid. There was a little bit of a hiccup where it was kind of a waiting game, but that didn't last long, and I was always in communication with Turo. The second time, Turo handled it quickly, smoothly, everything was great. But this is the story of not those times, but instead the time that my windshield on my Model 3 got cracked and Turo just completely dropped the ball.
Go!
Now, of course, I've also heard a lot of people talking about how Turo doesn't cover claims and many hosts getting screwed on their car because something happened and then Turo just decided, we're not gonna cover that, which at the end of the day isn't actually on Turo. Most of those claims, if not all of them, are because the host didn't actually follow the process, like taking before pictures or taking after pictures, which are all important pieces of getting that claim actually covered. But unlike those horror stories, I had something different. I took really good pictures and I actually got my claim covered. But what drove me nuts was the process in between, from filing my claim to getting my claim actually reimbursed. So this is that story. And just to give you a little bit of context, the first time that I've ever had my windshield cracked, it was under way different circumstances. The windshield was so cracked it looked like it got hit by like a baseball bat or like a metal ball.
Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
The car at pickup was at pretty much 0%. I think it had 1 mile left on the car. And the lady didn't even show up to hand off the car, nor was she there to pick it up either. So that was a mess.
I declare bankruptcy!
Luckily, everything got covered then. And if you want to go see that episode after this one, I'll link it at the end for you guys as well. And this time, everything seemed to go a lot smoother. I had talked to the renter about what happened. He mentioned everything that went down, and the crack wasn't that bad. It just looked like a rock hit the windshield as they were driving on the freeway or the highway, right? And he even filed a claim on his end as well, unlike the first lady that cracked my windshield, which I thought was gonna speed up the process. Of course, I was wrong. I did get a message initially from Turo saying that the claim process has been started, but what they also sent me was a message saying that Safelite was gonna take care of the damage. Now, when I called Safelite, they said, hey, we have like 5-7 days out type policy just to make sure we have the windshield. Perfect. So they told me they'll put me on the schedule and we'll get this sorted out, again, 5 to 7 days. Not too bad. So I was waiting, and about 2 days before the scheduled appointment, Safelite called me and said, we actually don't have the windshield and we won't have it for about 3 months. Whoa, okay. So that's not gonna work, right? Because I want this car back on the road and with a brand new windshield. Granted, I could still rent it out as long as I communicate and say, hey, it's not a safety issue. But the main problem is that if I scheduled this appointment and I had to take it away from the calendar, AKA removing available times for it to be rented, that was hurting my profitability there. And then again, another appointment 3 months from now, I had to do it again. So I didn't trust that. So what I decided to do instead was I went to Tesla. Now Tesla also told me, hey, we have about a 10-15 day wait time on the windshield. I said, fine, not a big deal. So I went ahead and scheduled it through Tesla because they were faster. In addition, Safelite said that I would have to probably take the car to Tesla for another appointment anyway because they can't mess with the camera systems and the configuration of all that. And that second appointment might have not even been covered by this claim. So I decided, let's just do Tesla. This just what makes way more sense. They got me in, got the windshield taken care of, and finally I was back on the road, sent a message to Turo thinking this was all over and I will get my refund because they said, after everything is done, send us an invoice and we'll get you a refund for the claims because I have to pay out of pocket, right? I pay out of pocket and they send me a reimbursement later, usually 2 to 4, maybe 5 business days. Okay, not a big deal. That's what happened before. I expected that. So I wait for a response. And nothing. 5 days go by, nothing. 7 days go by, nothing.
Parkour! Michael, parkour!
So I decided, okay, fine. I will go ahead and reach out again. Hey guys, I wrote a nice email, just waiting for a response, haven't heard anything, no response for another few days. Then I gave them a call. Not only could you not actually get to the claims department, but if you did, all you could do is leave a voicemail. And so instead, after a few more days of waiting, I tried again, this time going to customer service and talking to them directly. Unfortunately, they say there's no way to do that, here's an email for claims, and they'll get back to you within a few business days. Send an email, nothing.
Truck to refrigerators to dumpster, 360 spin onto the pallet's backflip gainer into the trash can.
Yeah.
Hardcore parkour!
Yeah.
And it was like 4 or 5 days, and finally I get an email back from claims saying, hey, we got your email, please let us know who was taking care of you. Now, I didn't know who I was working with because they didn't actually give me a name or anything. And I sent them back, hey, this is my claims number, my reservation ID, everything that they needed to know about the particular claim to find it in their system. Then a few days later, I finally heard back.
Thank God.
Saying, hey, we're processing your claim, sorry about the wait. And again, this is like not a few days that went by. This was about 2 months from when I started the claim process to actually getting the reimbursement after paying for this claim. So overall, they took care of me and got me my reimbursement, but the process was exhausting. Again, couldn't reach anybody via phone. Email took days. Their chat service wasn't available for claims. Their customer service wasn't available for claims. So the whole process was very convoluted. Again, I hope they resolve this pretty soon because it's a very important feature, especially for people that are like, rely on this income. Granted, I still had my other car being rented out, so not a huge deal, but it definitely was a pretty big inconvenience. And the way that they had it set up before was actually way better. You literally get on the phone with your claims agent, they walk you through the steps, and then within a few days, I think I might have waited a maximum of 2 weeks from beginning to end till I got my reimbursement. So actually way smoother when it was, someone over the phone. But now I think they do a lot of that stuff overseas. Again, not 100% sure on that one. That would be for Turo to explain, but the process was absolutely awful. I don't recommend going through it if you can avoid it. But honestly, the main thing isn't even the process itself, but just the lack of communication that I got both from the claims department, but also the customer service department, because again, they couldn't do anything or find anything. A little bit problematic because their whole department relies on helping customers, right? Anyway, not to hate on Turo too much. Overall, they're a great company, and I know that there are some kinks that need to be worked out, and this might just be one of those kinks. I want to share that with you guys for those of you who are also hosts who maybe have experienced the same thing, or if you're a renter and something goes wrong with your car, just know that the host has a lot of things that they're doing to make sure that you have a smooth experience. And if you enjoy updates like this, or you want to see more content like this, make sure to smash the like button. And also don't forget to subscribe if you got value from this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
And that, my friends, is how you become a successful entrepreneur.
Dude, you literally haven't talked about business once.
In this video?
Yes.
The whole video was about